Well, hi there. So in this video, we're going to be doing 5 quick little practice problems that are very, very similar to what you're going to see on exams. In these types of problems, they'll tell you how big is the recession or how big is the expansion, and then they'll ask you how much should we change government spending or taxes by in order to close that size of the gap. The tricky part's going to be that you're kind of working backwards from how we've actually learned how to use the multiplier. So let's get started. Okay, so the first part just says we've got these 2 graphs and it asks us what kind of gap is that? Well, when we're producing more than full employment, we would say that that is an expansion. And how big is this gap? What's the potential versus the actual? That's that. So 100. So hopefully that 2 questions weren't too bad. These are not the kind of things you're usually going to get on a test. Part C is very much on the exams, right? This is really important stuff, this part C. If MPC is, 0.8, how much should we change taxes or transfers? So we know that MPS is 0.2 in that case. And we know the spending multiplier is 5, 1 over 0.2. That means the taxes and transfers multiplier is 4. And so we have a gap of 100. So we have a change in tax times 4 is going to close our gap of 100. So that means our change in tax is 25. And we want to make sure that we are saying we want to increase taxes in this case because we're actually reducing aggregate demand. You could have also said cut back transfers by 25 as well, because it's the same concept. Let's take a look at number 2. What kind of gap is this? Well, this is a recession, right? So again, just kind of saying, well, it's below full employment, so we know that it's a recession. How big is that? That's an $80 billion gap, or just an 80, it's fine. MPS is 0.25, so now we know the spending multiplier is equal to 4. And so we have a gap of 80 times change in government spending times this spending, or change in government spending times this multiplier, so our gap. So this is what I meant by working backward, right? A lot of students want to do 4 times 80, and that's the wrong direction. We're multiplying the initial change in spending by the spending multiplier. So that means our change in G must be 20, and we would want to increase government spending by 20. So we have 2 answers here that would correct these. Now, more often also on the exam, you're going to see them without the graph because you can do it without it. If the output is 30 below and MPC is 0.75, how much should we change taxes? So first we need our MPS is 0.25 and our spending multiplier is 4. So our taxes and transfers multiplier is 3. 30 below is equal to 3 times the change in tax. And so we would want to change taxes by 10, and we'd want to lower them because we are below potential income. All right, so here we are. Output is 600 above. How much should we change government spending by? And MPC is 0.9. So that makes our spending multiplier 10. I'm skipping a quick step here because I think that you guys can get the picture at this point. We have 600 is the size of the gap equals 10 times some change in government spending. And so therefore we'd say the change in government spending must be equal to 60. We are above potential, so we want it to go down, right? So that's going to be our answer for that one. And output is 400 below potential for this one. MPC is 0.8, so that makes our spending multiplier 5. And again, how am I doing that? MPS is 0.2, right? 1 over 0.2 is equal to 5. So we're just really doing that little step in our heads at this point. 400. And it says transfers. So we need the taxes and transfers multiplier is 4. 400 is equal to 4 times a change in transfers. And so our change in transfers would be 100 is equal to 100. And do we want to go up or down? We are below potential, so we want more transfers, more money running out the door. Hopefully this helped you with these kinds of questions. This is the very common type of question you're going to see on the exam. I'll see you next time.